Hello everyone, welcome back or welcome, whichever one is appropriate. I'm Dee from Purple Sage Healthy Living, and today I'm going to show you two drinks that I use in the morning. Not every morning. Say if my pressure is up a little bit, or one of them is for when my pressure is up a little bit. The other one I use more daily. Okay, I'm going to show you how I make it. It's so simple. The first one is with apple cider vinegar, some honey, and some distilled water. Simple. The other one, oh, also, you know I gotta add my cayenne pepper. Always. I'm going to show you how I do that and let you see me drink it. Yes. Okay, without further ado, let's get it done. Okay, let's do the first drink. Now, the first one, I have approximately 8 ounces of water in here. And this is the other thing. I know for some people, water may be boring. But look at my cute little glass. This is what I will try to drink out of every morning. Okay? So first, I'm going to have some apple cider vinegar with the mother, unpasteurized. Be sure to shake it up so that everything is mixed well. And then I take just a regular teaspoon, not a measuring teaspoon. It's not rocket science. It's not all that. So we'll just take 1 teaspoon and put it in water. Now, I've heard of people who have tried to do the apple cider vinegar just by itself. Honey, this stuff will eat the enamel off your teeth. Don't do that. The other thing is, at one time when I first stopped eating meat, and I was trying to lose a little weight after I retired. When I started this journey, I used this particular concoction to help me lose weight. For some reason, my appetite was not as much. So it just kind of curved it a little bit. So that's something to think about. Look it up. They say you can. That's where I got it from, somewhere. I don't know. But this is my honey. It is actually raw, unfiltered, and it looks like this. Now, baby, if you buying the little teddy bear, they so cute. They ain't honey. Okay, find you a local farmer's market or someplace local to where you live. Because this is the thing. For me, the honey is from maybe, I want to say maybe 10 miles from here, where this actual company is. So of course the bees are pollinating and getting everything from locally. So that means things that I may be, which I'm not allergic to anything that I know of, it's gonna be from around here. That's what I'm trying to say. I'll get all past all that. Anyway, I'm gonna put 1, whoa, I'm making a mess. 1 teaspoon of honey. Now this is the other thing. Don't tell me I'm putting in too much honey. Alright, you do what's best for you if you want to try this. So first we had the distilled water, which is really dead water, as herbalist Viola calls it. So we're going to liven it up a little bit. We have the apple cider vinegar with the mother and our honey. Okay. Now, for the other part, this is my cayenne pepper, y'all. I make several blends because everybody can't do this. I've worked myself up, and my husband has worked himself up to this hot blend, which is 90,000 heat units. Okay, so I'm just gonna take that, get 1 dropper full, and honey, when you say 1 dropper full, it's not a whole dropper. It's about 30 drops. That's what a dropper looks like. Okay, so I'm gonna put that in there, the whole thing. Now, I'm not saying you need to do the hot blend. If you have cayenne pepper in your pantry, you can use a 1/4 of a teaspoon. Use your measuring teaspoon with this though. A 1/4 of a teaspoon, and only do half of that, so I can, what's an 1/8 of a teaspoon. We don't want nobody having no issues and say, well, she told me. No, I didn't. I'm not telling you to do that. All right. So all of that has been incorporated, and now we got bottoms up. And yeah, I can drink it all at one time. To our health. Now, the thing about that is the honey kind of takes the edge off of the cayenne pepper, but I can still feel it going down. And for the health benefits, can't beat it. I put something in the description about the health benefits of all 3 of these ingredients. And I hope what I'm showing you, I want people, this is what I do. Now you need to find out what works for you. And it has taken me a while to get to this part. When I first started, I couldn't do it like this. But thankfully, almost 3 years later, here we are. Okay, so next I'm going to show you the one that I use for when blood pressure is very high or way out of the normal range, which doesn't happen too often for me, thank goodness. Okay, so I'll meet you back on this other side. Well, okay, let me clarify one thing. As far as the cayenne pepper, yeah, I took a whole dropper full, but I have worked my way up to that. Normally, what I tell people, if you want to try it, even with the lower heat units, start off with a few drops. Don't try to do the whole dropper, especially if you're not used to doing, hot spice. Okay, I don't want anybody to be hurt because you did something that I did. You have to do what's best for you. Now, this works for me, and maybe at some point it'll work for you, but please don't start off like that. And this is the other thing, honey. I had someone to text me and, email me and tell me that they had burned their mouth taking a tincture. Okay, let me say this out loud. Please do not, whether you use my tincture or you using what's in your pantry, do not put it directly in your mouth or under your tongue like, you know, you would do most tinctures. Please add it to at least 4 to 6 ounces of water. Now, I used 8 ounces, but that's because I'm, you know, getting my morning water in right now. When I took my supplements, I didn't drink all the water that I normally do, so I could do this. Okay? Please be careful. Don't hurt yourself. So this concoction, I didn't make it up. I found it somewhere on YouTube. But in trying it, I know for a fact that garlic works. In fact, I have a lot of it in my blood pressure support tincture, well, glyceride. And garlic is one of the things that will help bring your blood pressure under control or lower it significantly if you use it. Now, I know it smells, and depending on how bad the issue is, for me, if it's high and I can't seem to get it down, and like I said, it's probably because of something that I ate or some kind of stress something that I've done, which again doesn't happen too often. I've learned to say no. Anyway, yeah, it's better to do this than to wind up at the doctor's office or the hospital. At least give it a try. Okay? That's for me. So far, I haven't been to the doctor since 2019. I think. Yeah. No need for him. Okay. Woo! Okay, here we go. I have 1 clove of garlic. I'm going to cut this end off. And then I'm going to take my knife and crush it. And the reason I'm doing that is so it can release its properties. Okay? Woo! Honey, that's a real clove of garlic. Okay? It kind of broke up a little bit, but that's all right. I'm going to put it down in here. Okay. That's all for that. Now, again, I'm going to use honey. But this time, instead of that teaspoon, regular teaspoon I had, this is supposed to be a tablespoon. I don't know, we'll see. But I'm just going to get a little bit of it. That's it. Put it in and all of that probably is not going to go off of this. It's not going to go off of this spoon, which is okay. Not a problem. I'm going to take my finger and give it a little help. I'm trying to concentrate, y'all, so I don't have honey everywhere. And this is my regular, I think I showed you this before. This is my regular glass that I drink out of every day, my glass bottle. But I have several, so I can use it, you know, use it for different things. Okay, now, again, now the recipe only calls for the honey and the garlic and the water. But I'm going to add my cayenne pepper in anyway. Okay, here we go. That's a dropper for me. Now, if you were doing this, again, as I cautioned you before, I suggest you start off small if you're going to incorporate the cayenne pepper. what I actually suggest is that you hold off of that and just do the garlic and honey and see how that does for you. You may not need, you know, all of that. Okay, so I'm going to fill this bottle up all the way. Okay, so now I have a whole bottle with the garlic, cayenne pepper, and water. In your case, if you want to try this, garlic, honey, water. Okay, so really we just took this dead distilled water and gave it life. So then you shake it up, and you may have to shake it up a few times. I probably should have put some water in there first before I even put the honey. But as you can see, it is dislodging. Just shake it up till you can almost, you know, till you can see the bottom, and most of the honey has been incorporated. That's one reason I don't use water out of the refrigerator. I don't do cold water. I always do room temperature water wherever I am. It's always room temperature. And doing that also helps. Now, if you wanted to maybe warm your water up just a little bit, that's fine. But please don't put it in the microwave. No. Put it on the stove, heat it up just a tad, and then add the rest of your water with it. That'll help your honey to dissolve quicker. Now, you could actually fix this the night before and leave it on the, if you were preparing for, you know, your next day, you could leave this on the counter overnight and start drinking off of it in the morning. So I'm going to just take a swig. It's not as strong. The longer it stays in here, the stronger it's going to get. I can already taste the garlic, but it doesn't taste that bad. Not with the honey. It actually tastes pretty good. Now, someone who may be diabetic or have some other medical issues, please don't do this without talking to your medical professional. Know your limits. I'm just showing you what I do, okay? And later on, I want to show you an infusion with just garlic and honey that you can, well, it's really a fermentation that you can use to keep in your arsenal for, it's good for your immune system, and it also helps keep your blood pressure regulated. So, well, my blood pressure regulated. Excuse me, it has to sit at least 3 weeks after you fix it, but the benefits are great. They are. I am a firm believer in garlic. As far as blood pressure, garlic and ginkgo and hawthorn berry, those herbs have been very beneficial to me, and along with others, but those three can really, they can knock it out. You know, even when I know when I say that I have eaten something that I shouldn't have, because I'm still on my journey. And there are some things that I still eat after, you know, this maybe a year's time when I started talking about this. And that's why I know it's not easy. I'm doing much better than I was before, but I'm not totally where I want to be. So I encourage you to please, sir, please, ma'am, do your research. Talk to your medical professional, and just have an honest conversation and see what happens. And then if the conversation doesn't go like you think it should, maybe you need to seek someone else who will listen, whether it be another medical professional, MD, or even a naturopathic. Just see what's out there to help you get to where you want to be. Okay? With that said, I'm done. I know I've been rambling. That's what I do. Peace and love to you until the next video. I hope you are blessed as you guys keep blessing me. We'll see you soon.